Headbanging Podcast with G Beast today.
All right, welcome back, my friends, and let's talk about All Elite Wrestling All In, live from London at Wembley Stadium. 81,000 plus fans packed out of the Wembley Stadium in the UK. Man, it was a historic show. So it went on here, 10 a.m. Central Time, Chicago time, of course. And I didn't realize they started an hour early prior to the 0 hour. I'm like, okay, they're playing some video packages on YouTube, so I kind of missed out some stuff. But sure enough, I picked things back up, and here we are, 0 hour. By the way, let's talk about the set from AEW. The ring, the color scheme, I love it. I love the ring aprons. I love the guardrails. The color was blue. I love it. The ring ropes are white, and the stage, nothing obnoxious like WWE, right? Where they do these big WrestleMania stadium sets. No, it was fairly simple, fairly short. LED screens with pyro, and fans behind the screen that could see the vantage view of the ring. And well done. And I love the camera shots. They have the zip line NFL style cameras doing a 360, bunch of different shots, aerial. It was beautiful. They did a lot of shots, great shots, aerial shots above the Wembley Stadium with the pyro going off on the top of the roof. Well done. Kudos to Tony Khan and AEW for making it look good. And they sure the hell did. But that was my input out of the production, the visual. Looked great. Hands down, looked great. Okay, and the pre-show, they had a similar like to WWE, where they had a panel, a pre-show panel. I believe it was one of the Skybox up in Wembley, and they had the Big Show, or Paul White, Anthony Ogogo, and Kip Sabian, who are British native, and Renee Paquette, part of the panel. Then they had Nigel McGuinness, JR, Jim Ross, Excalibur, Taz, Tony Schiavone kind of alternating on the commentary table. So it was very well done on everything. All right, let's talk about the pre-shows match. They had two pre-show match. The first one was Aussie Open versus MJF and Adam Cole, baby. And the World Tag Team match for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships. Great match. Hands down, was a great match. The crowd was into it. It was a quick match. It was a 7-minute and 45-second match. I believe that's the shortest match on the whole damn pay-per-view. Yeah, it is. I'm looking at the time card for all the matches, minus the woman being second later on the night. But this match was a 7-minute match. It was the shortest match. It was straightforward, no BS. And my favorite part in this match where I retweeted on my X account or Twitter account, and MJF did the kangaroo kick on Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher at the same time. Man, the crowd exploded. Hell, I even popped. I jumped around on my damn couch trying to do the kangaroo kick. But it was beautiful. Great match. And I predicted right, my friends. Adam Cole, MJF defeated Aussie Open to become the new Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. How about that? And I got that right. Not bad for my first win on the predictions. Okay, match number 2, Jack Perry versus Hook. So Hook came out first, got a nice little reaction, and out comes Jack Perry and his theme song, dun 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 dun. And he came out in a limo, a British limo, of course. And this will play effect on what they did in this match, because there was some behind-the-scenes news apparently got released, which we'll talk about it shortly. But that was a solid match, and I didn't realize this was a FTW rules match. I assume as anything can goes. And the match starts outside of the ring. And Jungle Boy makes it out the limo, and out comes Hook and start beating the crap out of each other. They used the limo. They were at top of the limo. They used the hood of the limo. Okay, so here's the piece I was telling you about. Jack Perry knocked on the windshield of the limo. He looked directly at the camera, and he said, "Yeah, this is real glass. Crimea River." Now, I'm sitting there watching this, and I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? What's his problem? I'm like, yeah, whatever. I just kind of brushed it off. Just kept on watching this match. And what happened in the past between him and CM Punk, I remember it remember a couple weeks ago when there were rumors that Jack Perry wanted to use glass on Collision and CM Punk was trying to discourage him from not using it? Hey man, don't do risky shit like real glass. Be smart, think safe. And Jack Perry was like, hey, screw you, buddy. Who the hell are you? And there was a little friction behind the scenes. And that came to my mind when Hook put Jack Perry through the windshield, the actual limo windshield, and did like a power bomb on it. I'm like, holy shit. And Jack Perry's back was just bleeding, and I'm like, oh man. Long story short, both men got in the ring, and eventually Hook defeated Jack Perry by submission in a what's the time, 8-minute and 20-second match. And Hook became the new FTW champion, and that was my pick. 2 wins in a row, my predictions going so far. And okay, rumors. What the hell happened, G? So we will talk about the CM Punk match shortly. Actually, that's coming up next, so we'll hold off on the story. Let's talk about the CM Punk match. So the singles match for the real world champion, CM Punk versus Samoa Joe. All right, thoughts about this match? It was a great match. Great storytelling match. Punk jumped the gun, trying to take control of this match. Sure enough, Samoa Joe, he flipped this son of a gun around. He took reign in this match, of course. Of course, typical Samoa Joe spot. I loved it. CM Punk climbs the turnbuckle. CM Punk attempts to do a frog splash off the turnbuckle to outside of the ring. Samoa Joe turns around and just walks away leisurely. CM Punk misses and frog splash, nobody home outside of the ring. That was hilarious. Okay, towards the end of the match, CM Punk does the Pepsi clutch, or people calls it the Pepsi plunge, on Samoa Joe, which was impressive, and defeated Samoa Joe to retain the real champion. And I said that. I said that in my prediction. If you listen to my prediction episode, he will walk away. Long-term storybook here, folks. He will walk away and retain. He sure the hell did. Another win to my predictions. And I tell you what, the crowd was booing Punk, and there were some fans who were cheering for him. And a lot of people around the Samoa Joe side. So every time Samoa Joe picks up the pace here, the crowd's like, yeah! When CM Punk fights back and he gets in control, people start booing at him. I saw some of the signs in the front row, and somebody brought a sign to the front row that said, best in the world of whining like a little bitch. I saw that, I was cracking up, and there was another sign, hey, is Pepsi a soda? Because everybody knows him as Pepsi Phil with the Pepsi tattoo on his arm. I don't know, whatever. But, yeah, a little hostile crowd in the UK for CM Punk. But guess what, folks? He walked away and retained the real world champion. So we'll have to see what's next, which we will speculate for the All Out card, which we'll have to find out this coming Wednesday on Dynamite. But let's press on forward on All In. So as I mentioned about the rumors, what happened backstage at All In, and I swear to you, I was watching the next match after CM Punk, and my notifications were blowing up. Social media feeds were blowing up. CM Punk had an altercation, a physical altercation with Jungle Boy Jack Perry. I'm like, what now? The match just ended, and now there's rumors, there's altercations already? Apparently, the glass spot where Hook powerbomb Jungle Boy Jack Perry on the windshield limo. And remember when I mentioned that Jack Perry said those words, "This is real glass, cry me a river"? I guess that was a shot directed to CM Punk. And the reports I'm seeing online is where apparently Jungle Boy walked by CM Punk backstage, bumped into him. CM Punk decided to push him back, and all of a sudden it became an altercation backstage. And there was one report stating that CM Punk had a chokehold on his ass. The other one was that CM Punk trying to defend himself, of course, because of Jack Perry bumping him or touching him first. And then later on in the night, they kept CM Punk backstage, but they made Jungle Boy Jack Perry leave the stadium. So we don't know if this is true or not, but this is the major rumors that's going on behind the scenes backstage.